Alright, let's see what Tarlach has to say before he turns back, and then I'll do my intro, outro, whatever. Cough, cough. So you have made it through the barrier and come to this desolate place. I'm glad you're alright. I was actually corresponding with the Archbishop just now regarding Maka. I haven't found out much about Dungo, Fiongo, Fion, yeah, whatever. But it seems to be referring to those who call on Maka's name and are vested with her power. Did he call me that? So does that mean I have demigod powers? Like divinity? Maka, the goddess of destruction, has the power to unify warriors' mind and will into one. She bestows her vengeance and anger onto each and every soldier who represents her. And what controls them is not the one who is in power, but by the blessing of nature, but by the wrath of sadness of mankind. The fallen night, night of light, the dark night. Is there anything else? Okay. So every warrior that worship her or is empowered by her, so didn't he call me something like that? Psycho. So does that mean I have that power? Whatever that power is. And before I can tap into a higher power. Can't remember. Oh, yo, and welcome to Tales of Ark. Alright, last time we got nerfed to the damn ground, like so hard. Like what? I don't even understand. My character didn't put up a fight. He just sat there and took the beating. But you gotta admit, I took the beating like a champ. You gotta admit, you gotta be impressed by tenacity. Right? Is that the word? I don't know. And then Price popped in and like winky face and then dipped out with us. So here we are, continuing on. Talk to Price. The Dorka Feedhand. Did the robe fellow from before tell you that? I guess it has something to do with the former invasion, but honestly, I have no hard proof. I just went there to check on things because I heard you hadn't returned since you first entered LB Dungeon to restore the god statue. And between you and me, LB Dungeon was easy, so I thought it was weird how you couldn't handle a bunch of small spiderlings and a rat and a bat. By the way, Evan, the manager from Guild and Dumbarton, seems to be fretting over you, so I just told her you're the type who goes all in on whatever you do. That's right, go hard or go home. Of course, I haven't forgotten about how you saved me from Tapatatatas. Well, if you want to know more about the whole Dorkan Freehan thing, your best bet is probably heading to Dumbarton and asking Evan. Honestly, you should probably pay her a visit anyways, just to say thank you. Ah, you're back, uninjured, I hope. So you want to know more about the Dorka Fianho? I can't say I know too much about them. But where did you even hear of that in the first place? You tell Evan about your meeting with the Dark Knights. So you met the Dark Knight and the God of Formers. Ursula, I know this isn't something I really have the right to say, especially to someone who's already done so much for our community, but it needs to be said nonetheless. The world isn't so small or simple that can be saved by the action of a single person, even if that person is the Guardian of Light like you. What the hell? I feel like this is like some Game of Thrones shit. You know how like was it season 8 or season 7 where they told Sansa's like Jon told Sansa, I'm actually related to the Targaryens or something like that. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was, and Jon tells Sansa, do not under any circumstance tell anyone. And then in the next frame, everyone and their mother know, and then they're like, Jon's the rightful king. He should be king. Dany shouldn't be king. I feel like that's shit right now. Why aren't you keeping it a low profile and being Guardian of Light? Now everyone and their mother knows? This way of thinking that you can take care of everything yourself, that only you can save this world from complete destruction, well, sooner or later it'll burn you out. It might even destroy you in the end. You're not wrong. I'm only one guy. I ain't no Thanos. I can't snap my finger and be like, whatcha? I suppose if there's not much I can do to stop you. At any rate, I know. I will at least die trying. If you're hoping to learn more about Dorka Fianho, you ought to track down a druid or a scholar and ask them. Still, I'll ask around and see if anyone in the order knows more. What else can I help you with? Nope, that's it. Will this just be a dialogue heavy episode? Question mark. Talk to... Oh my god. They really need to do something about this Tarlach bear thing. Or make it like a instance where you can just go and he won't be up there. It's really annoying. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll go play some Overwatch while you wait. Okay, Tarlach, let's see what you have to say. I'm glad to see you safe, Uladh. I was actually with the bishop. You already said that. Since you refer to carrying out her will. Maka has the ability to gather and unite souls of warriors, allowing them to share the conscience. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like a hive mind with one another. To those aligned with her cause, she grants her power and her will for vengeance. The leader of this fellow army is Dark Knight, a fellow guardian of light who draws upon mankind's wrath and sorrow rather than the blessing of nature. I'm curious though. Where did he hear about the Dorka Fihen? You tell Tarlach about what happened in LB Dungeon. What? You say Raori yet lives? You tell Tarlach that Raori is the Dark Knight. He has become a Dark Knight? No. How would that be? How would an upright man like him succumb to the darkness because he's a muscle brain? Then what about Mari? Do you know anything became of her? You explain to Tarlach that Mari has become Now. So Mari is Morris' daughter, and she now exists as the woman named Now you spoke of before, who serves as the shepherd of the soul. Tarlach frowns, his expression trouble. How, cough, could such a thing? I'm sorry, Uladh, please I need some time alone to come to terms with all you have told me. Could you speak with Father Mevin of Tur Canal regarding the Dorka Fihen? Is there anything else? Nope. I better not have to talk to you again. Like, airtime, I have to wait. I play an Overwatch game and I get my ass kicked. Uladh, I want to thank you for your aid in our effort to restore the goddess statue in nearby dungeon. I'm sure the chief will thank you as well, but as another figure charged with the care of the town resident, I wish to express my gratitude as well. Anyway, do you say you were curious to know more about the Dorka Fihen? You heard the term past the lip of former. I suspect they may be making ready for a great war, so it's those that believe in Maka? The Dorka Fihen is the army. Oh, it's literally the army of darkness. It's just the name for the army. Like, I'm not sure. Spartan army called 300? The 300 army? Or something? The elite former force that serves as a personal guard of Maka, the goddess of destruction. I know it may sound unseemly coming from a priest, but they're a little better than demons thirsting for blood. Countless humans fell to their assault during the first battle of Mag Turiel, even though Maka granted them no special boon. Can you imagine the slaughter had Maka decide to empower them with her wrath and hostility towards mankind? I shudder to even think about it. Have care, Uladh. The threat of the Dorka Fihen very existence casts a long shadow over Aaron. Then, nope. Alright. There you are, Uladh. There's something I felt I needed to tell you. I thought there were more than anyone you would be able to understand why I feel this way, so I worked up the metal to speak openly about. As you know, right, I failed to save those dearest to me afterward, though I made no effort to find out what became of them, using my disabled body to rationalize my inaction. But in my heart, I knew I couldn't face everyone who remembered them. People I surely have encountered in my search. I didn't know how I could apologize for what had happened to them. Uladh, I went to see Mari. Well, technically now, I suppose, even just once would be enough. I want to see with my own eyes that she's alive, that she's safe. Faith is not enough. I want to know she is well. Tarlach shudders, his voice on the verge of breaking. And I want to tell her I'm sorry that I couldn't save her. Could you find out if there's anyone errant among Tudula who knows now? If they know how I could see her? Okay. Mari used to use this back then. I don't know if it will be much help, but if you could show it while you're asking around, I appreciate it. Thank you for all you've done to me. I mean, the first person I'll probably answer is probably Duncan. Like, pretty sure they've been exchanging letters, right? Because she gave me a letter to give to Duncan at the beginning with a piece of bread. So, yeah. But anyways, we'll probably stop here and talk to Duncan next time. But with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, stay safe, and see you later.